Have you noticed that mornings aren't the same anymore? You wake up and realize that the natural firmness you used to have is gone, or maybe when the moment calls for intimacy, your body just doesn't answer the way it used to. Most men chalk this up to age, thinking it's simply part of getting older. But here's what Dr. Thalo Marcos from Healthy Hues Wellness wants you to know. Age isn't the real culprit. The truth lies much deeper inside your circulation system. For a firm, lasting erection, blood needs to rush into the penis quickly in full volume and stay there. If that doesn't happen, if the blood flow is weak, uneven, or leaks out too soon, the strength fades. It's just like a kinked garden hose. Even if you crank the faucet on full blast, the water will still dribble out. Pills can open that faucet temporarily, but if the hose, your blood vessels and supporting muscles, stays restricted, the flow will never be strong enough. After 60, many men slow down. Daily movement decreases, blood vessels lose elasticity, pelvic muscles weaken. All of this makes it harder for blood to get in and stay in place. That's why Dr. Marcos tells his patients this isn't just about age, it's about circulation. And the solution starts with movement. Even small habits can make a big difference. Walk for 10 to 15 minutes after a meal or first thing in the morning. Avoid sitting for more than 45 minutes at a time. While you're watching TV, warm up your pelvic floor muscles, squeeze like you're trying to stop urine flow, hold for 5 seconds, release and repeat 10 times. This warm-up primes your body for deeper work. The results can come surprisingly fast. Many of Dr. Marcos's patients report that in just a few weeks they started waking up with morning erections again. They moved with more energy, felt more agile, and began regaining the confidence they thought was gone for good. And that's where the first key exercise comes in the Kegel. When Robert 72 first heard about them, he laughed and said, "Aren't those for women?" Dr. Marcos explained that the pelvic floor muscles are just as vital for men. The most important of these is the pubococcygeus or PC muscle. Think of it as a valve that controls blood flow in and out of the penis. When it's strong, it holds blood in place long enough for a firm erection. But when it's weak from too much sitting, too little activity, or years without sexual use, that valve fails and blood leaves before you want it to. A weak pelvic floor doesn't just mean weaker erections, it can also lead to embarrassing leaks when you cough, laugh, or finish urinating. Many men endure this quietly, convinced it's just part of aging. But it's not. The fix starts with finding your PC muscle. The simplest way is to try stopping your urine flow midstream. That's the muscle you need to train. Once you've located it, practice outside of bathroom breaks. Sit or lie comfortably, squeeze that muscle for 5 seconds, release for 5 seconds, and repeat 10 to 15 times. Aim for 3 sets a day, morning, noon, and night. The key is to focus only on that muscle without tensing your abs or holding your breath. Men who commit to this often see results in just 2 to 4 weeks. Morning erections return, intimacy lasts longer, and urine leaks decrease. Robert told Dr. Marcos, "I feel like I've regained a part of myself I thought was gone forever, but Kegels are just the foundation. To truly rebuild strength and stamina, you need to strengthen the frame, your glutes, lower back, and deep core muscles. This is where the bridge pose or hip lift comes in." David, a 65-year-old accountant, told Dr. Marcos, "I've been doing Kegels, but I still feel weak." The answer: strengthening the muscles that support your pelvis and improve blood flow from the ground up. To do the bridge pose, lie on your back with your knees bent, feet hip-width apart, and arms at your sides. Inhale, then press your heels into the floor and lift your hips toward the ceiling. Squeeze your glutes at the top, hold for 10 seconds while breathing steadily, then lower slowly. Repeat for 10 to 12 reps 2 to 3 times a day. This simple move counteracts the damage of years of sitting, restores power to your pelvic region, and makes blood flow to that area much more efficiently. Many men notice not just better performance in intimacy, but more energy in daily life. Even climbing stairs feels easier. Dr. Marcos reminds his patients that these changes aren't about chasing youth. They're about restoring vitality, confidence, and the natural rhythm your body was designed to have. And it all starts with understanding that age is not the enemy, poor circulation is. By working with your body rather than relying on temporary fixes, you can take control of your health and experience strength and intimacy well into your later years. Years of sitting can quietly weaken the glutes and lower back, creating a chain reaction that affects your circulation. When these muscles lose strength, blood struggles to reach the pelvis. Imagine squeezing part of a hose. Even if the pump is strong, the flow is still weak. That is exactly what happens inside the body. One of the simplest and most effective ways to reverse this is the bridge pose. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet hip-width apart, arms resting at your sides. Take a deep breath in, press through your heels, and lift your hips toward the ceiling. As you rise, squeeze your glutes firmly and hold at the top for 10 seconds while breathing steadily. Lower down slowly and repeat 10 to 12 times for 2 to 3 sets each day. This single move strengthens the glutes' lower back and deep core, creating a solid foundation for pelvic blood flow. Many notice results in about 4 weeks. David, 65, described not only better intimacy but also how everyday activities like climbing stairs became easier and he felt younger and more energetic. But strength is only part of the equation. Flexibility plays a critical role too, especially in the hips. Tight hip and groin muscles can silently block blood from reaching where it is most needed, acting like a narrow bottleneck even if the heart pumps strongly. This tightness often comes from years of sitting and limited movement, and it becomes more common with age. The butterfly stretch is a powerful way to open this area. Sit tall with the soles of your feet pressed together in front of you. Hold your ankles or feet, let your knees drop out to the sides, and allow gravity to gently do the work. Breathe deeply and hold the position for 30 to 60 seconds, keeping the stretch relaxed rather than forced. Repeat 2 to 3 times a day. As hips and groin open, blood moves more freely, improving mobility and creating more comfort and fluidity during intimacy. George, 69, shared how this simple stretch made his movements smoother and more natural. Once the foundation and flexibility are in place, it is time to build endurance and power up the heart, the central pump of the body. A brisk cardio walk with strong arm swings is one of the easiest and most effective ways to do this. Walk briskly so that your breathing becomes heavier, but you can still hold a conversation and swing your arms purposefully with each step. This active movement not only strengthens the heart and improves circulation, but also increases nitric oxide, a natural compound that relaxes and opens blood vessels. Aim for 20 to 30 minutes a day, at least 5 days a week, preferably in the morning or after a light meal. Mark, 70, reported that after a few weeks of consistent walks, he felt lighter on his feet, slept better, and was more physically ready for anything. While each exercise brings benefits on its own, combining them multiplies the results. Henry, 68, experienced this firsthand. He described it as transforming his body completely, much like how an engine, transmission, wheels, and fuel all work together to make a car run smoothly. A suggested routine might look like this: in the morning, perform 3 sets of Kegels followed by 10 to 12 bridge poses. In the afternoon or evening, do the butterfly stretch for 30 to 60 seconds twice and finish with a brisk walk for 20 to 30 minutes. Practice this 5 to 6 days per week. When done consistently, this routine helps blood vessels become more elastic, strengthens pelvic circulation, sharpens nerve responses, and boosts overall energy and confidence. The earliest sign of recovery is not necessarily the ability to have sex again, it is the return of morning erections, a signal that blood is flowing better even during sleep. Pelvic muscles are stronger and the nervous system is calmer and responding naturally. These 4 exercises go beyond improving sexual function. They build a stronger, more flexible body, enhance heart health, elevate mood, and restore a sense of optimism and vitality. No matter your age, you are not broken, and it is never too late to reclaim strength, freedom, and happiness. This is not just about intimacy, it is about living fully for the years ahead with energy, confidence, and a body you can count on.